All right, well, if this is everybody, I'll go ahead and run it through. Those of you guys don't know me, I'm Dennis. I do all the YouTube work here, as well as work on the parts and accessorize all the bikes. They give me the opportunity to come out and talk to you guys about the R12 and the R12 9T. This is the newest, latest and greatest from BMW, and we figured really fit the opportunity of the lady riders, because one of the things they were trying to do here is to lighten them up, to lower the seat height and make them a little bit more accessible. I think that's a little bit more obvious in the R12 here than the R12 9T. The R12 9T is still going to be lining more towards its cafe racer roots, which is really where the R9T came from. Fantastic. Good power level on these bikes, which is something that's really neat, especially for a lady rider, because usually you guys are pigeonholed into smaller motorcycles, and that's going to keep you trying to, you know, wind out the power bands to be able to keep up, where these bikes are rating right up to 100 horsepower. The R12 here, this one's right at 95 horsepower. The R12 9T, this one's right at 109. So it's going to be a little bit different in the setup and the power levels. Seat heights, of course, you can see are a little bit different as well. On the R12, you're at 29.7 for the seat height. It drops down a little bit. You've got a pullback handlebar to it, so it's going to put you in a little bit more comfortable of a riding position. The pegs are going to be a little bit more centered and a little bit more comfortable, so you're going to have a little bit more confidence inspired going, and like I said, still up to 100 horsepower. Now the weight on this one is coming down a little bit because they are dropping down the fuel tank on it. The fuel tank here, you're looking at, what is it, 4.2 gallons. Over here you're only at 3.7. So also, whatever you may not think it's a lot, but a gallon of fuel weighs almost 9 pounds. So that in itself, especially when that 9 pounds is a higher center of gravity, you put that on a lever and suddenly it's going to become a little bit more to manage. It feels like more than it actually is. All around, like I said, I think it's a good option, a really good way to bring people over to this side, because you're getting something with more power. You're not going to have to trade out of it quickly. It's going to save you money because you're not jumping from step to step, from bike to bike. You know, a lot of times you got to trade up to go from this bike to be in your comfort level to here to here. With this one, a smaller seat height and a lower center of gravity makes it easier to manage, and you got a bike that you can throw a windshield on, throw some bags on, and actually hit the road. Instead of being at the bottom of the pack, you can twist that wick and get up in front of everybody and let them suck on your dust for a minute. MSRP on these bikes, on the R12, they're a little bit less than the R12 9T. The R12 here, this one, how it sits is right at 15,884. The R12 9T, again, you're dealing with a little bit more performance on this one. This one's sitting right at 19,300. I'm a huge fan of this one over here. If any of you guys have seen any of the YouTube stuff, you're going to see some ride footage with this week. I'm super excited about taking that one out and